Hey ho, it's Marco Catania again with another study aid for ITI 597. Had a subject that focuses on IT service management according to ITIL V3. Why study ITIL in a classroom-based environment where if you can do it online with Charles III and also get your degree or MBA with it. So hey, let's move on. What are we going to do? We're going to look at like the value of the service operation volume. By now, this model should look extremely familiar to you, the service lifecycle model. We started in a service strategy, and service strategy is all about like setting the direction for IT in the business. We actually created a blueprint of our new or changed service within service design. The blueprint is then used by service transition to actually implement the service. And finally, we end up in service operation, and service operation is all about like, well, maintaining and supporting the service and providing the services to the users out there. So it's really about maintaining the status quo of what we're doing and making sure we can actually deliver services at an agreed level to the business. So what is the value of service operation? Well, it says each stage in the ITIL service lifecycle provides value to the business. So not only service operation adds value, it's all the ITIL service lifecycle volumes adding value. Service value is modeled in service strategy. It's in service strategy where we align our IT capabilities and resources with the needs and requirements of the business. So in the end, and we're going to deliver the right services. Well, those new or changed services are then designed in service design. And the output will be the so-called service design package, of which the contents will be agreed with the customer. The service is then implemented in service transition. And that's where we do the build, the test, and the implementation. And of course, before we go live, you typically have something like a user acceptance test, where we check with the user, is this really what you need? And finally, your service improvements are identified in continual service improvement. CSI is a volume that's looking for like improvement opportunities. And all these opportunities will end up in a thing called the Service Improvement Plan. The SIP, a Service Improvement Plan, it contains all those improvement actions endorsed by all the stakeholders. So, service strategy, service design, service transition, and continual service improvement, they're all adding their value to IT and to the business. But in the end, from a customer's viewpoint, it's service operation that's where actual value is perceived to be delivered. That's where the users will either give you a thumbs down or a thumbs up. I typically refer to service operation. It's the moment of ultimate truth. That's where you will see whether or not the services really fulfill the wishes and the needs and the requirements of the business. Okay, some more statements on the value of service operation. Continuity of IT that translates into continuity of the business. If service operation is all about like maintaining and supporting the services and maintaining the status quo, keeping the services up and running, well, if the services are up and running, if IT is up and running, then the business can do their work. And if the business is doing their work, well, that translates into, for a lot of organizations, into like more revenue. Also, service operation is about consistent support. We will pick up the phone within 5 rings and we will respond to all the incidents within 15 minutes. That's something that the users can get used to. Also, clear communication portal for users. If you establish something like a service desk, call 777 and you end up in heaven. You make it very easy for the users to find support. Ability to deal with queries and requests within agreed timeframes. If a user can't find a manual, if a user doesn't know how to use certain functionality in a tool, they can go somewhere. It means, again, you can restore continuity of whatever they were doing. Also, service operation, it's about maintaining up-to-date knowledge of the IT infrastructure. With the process like event management, you know what's going on out there. Typically, you will know the server has crashed even before it impacts the user. So with all your event monitoring systems, you will understand your environment. You will be in control and typically you will be proactively alerted before it often actually affects the user, which of course increases the quality of services. And also, if you do service operation well, you will be able to to maintain the correct levels of information security. Access management is one of the service operation processes, and providing access to those people who really need it and who are allowed to have access to the various systems and applications. So if you do it well, service operation has an enormous potential and actually provides you with an enormous amount of value. So here's another practice what you preach exercise. Of course, the objective being understanding the value of service operation. Key items, support and maintenance. Exercise. Think of at least 5 items that you own that would reduce in value without the current support and maintenance. Such as your new HD TV that came without a manual, your mobile phone that's locked, your laptop that's got a virus on it, or the keys you've just lost, or your credit card that got stolen. Where would you be without support and maintenance? What would be the value of your mobile phone if you can't unlock it anymore? You're probably already used to my sample questions, so here's another one. Which one of the following statements is incorrect? Answer A. Service operation performs day-to-day tasks that keep the services up and running. Answer B. Service operation is the main communication interface for the regular end users. Answer C. Service operation is highly dependent on the outputs of the other 4 ITIL volumes. And answer D. Service operation approves all changes made to the operational infrastructure. I'll give you some seconds to think about the answer and then we'll continue. Okay, the answer is of course answer D. Service operation does not approve all changes. Changes are approved under the umbrella of service transition. Service transition is the volume that deals with change holistically, not service operation. Okie dokie, what's the next topic? The next topic is accounting for the main goals and objectives of continual service improvement. So another one of the ITIL volumes, the CSI volume. Hey, for now, live long and prosper, see you later alligator, and rock around crocodile.